If you work at a training center, legally they should give it to you. They're not supposed to keep it from you. Hey guys, it's Angela, and today I will be explaining how to get your criminal background check / certificate for those of you in Shanghai and you're about to leave, or for those who just needed one for their job or a bank account. Now, a criminal background check is needed if you're going to apply for any government roles, social worker roles, or medical field roles. And also some countries might require you to have that certificate to open a bank account. So this might be handy, so let's just dive in. Now keep in mind, this is just one of the ways that I will be telling you guys how to get a criminal background check / certificate in Shanghai. I'm just gonna use criminal background check because some people say a background certificate. I'm just gonna say background check just to make my life easier in this video. And yeah, like I mentioned before, this is just one of the ways that I've been frequently hearing that other foreigners here in Shanghai have been able to get their criminal background check. Now, if you watched this video to the end and you followed every step and you still had complications arrive, please just call the number 12367 because sometimes, depending on a case-by-case basis, you might need additional documents, and by calling this number you will have an English representative that might help you get all the documents you need to get this background check. All right, so the first step is to head to the Shanghai Public Security Entry and Exit Bureau in Pudong. I will show you guys the address here, and I will also show you what it looks like. It looks like this. No appointment is needed. It is for free. You just go in during the regular office hours, which you can just check online, or I will probably put it here again. And you head in, go to the third floor and head to windows 3 and 4. Now what you need is to bring your passport and all the previous passports you have in China, or at least a copy of it. So bring your current physical passport, but if you have previous passports and you don't want to bring it physically, you need to at least make a copy of all that you had in China. And then the second document you need is your temporary residence police form. And that is something you should already have when you rented a place out or even stayed at a non-hotel residency in China. Because every time you stay at a place that's non-hotel, you have to fill out this form. Just bring that form with you. And I will put a link down below if you forgot about that form or you have to do the form again, because it's saved in the history through this QR code. So once you get to the window, you will be requested to fill out this form. I'm gonna put the image here. And then after you fill the form, you will come back 1 or 2 weeks later to collect your criminal background check certificate in Chinese. But before we head to step 2, I will show you guys what criminal background check looks like here in Shanghai, and it's valid for 3 months, so keep that in mind in terms of when you want to get this criminal background check. All right, now to step 2. Once you have your criminal record, which is again all in Chinese, you have to head to the Shanghai Oriental Notary Office, public notary office place, and I will put the address again here. And what you need to do is you have to apply to get an English translation of it, and it costs 450 RMB, and it takes 10 calendar days to get that back. So keep all these time frames in mind. Another thing is a friend or agent can go pick up the document for you, but to pick up the translation document, you need to have, or your friend or agent need to have the power of attorney signed by you. Now, here are the documents you need when you head to the Shanghai Notary Public Oriental Office. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correct, but it's very long. You'll need to have your current passport, all the other previous passports, again, at least photocopies of them, of your time in Shanghai, your criminal record from the Entry and Exit Bureau, and your temporary resident form, and then also your work permit if you work here in Shanghai. So that work permit card, which everybody should have. If you work at a training center, legally they should give it to you. They're not supposed to keep it from you. And there you have it. You have your criminal record. Now for step 3, and this is only for those who are in a very rare case where they need to submit their criminal record, the translated version and the notarized version, to the Foreign Office Affairs. It really depends on your province, but it's a really rare case. You then therefore need to obtain a double legalization. This is what it's called in Chinese. I haven't heard of anybody having to do that. The time frame and the cost is unknown. So just keep that in mind. Now lastly, for those of you who have already left China and you need a criminal background check record, first of all, it's very much more expensive than the 450 yuan you need to pay here, but there is a solution for that. You'll need a legalized POA, power of attorney, letter from a Chinese embassy or from a consulate of the country that you currently reside in, basically stating that this agent or friend is helping you to obtain this criminal record with all of your documents that are legally yours and it's verified by you. I would contact your Chinese embassy in that country or your consulate in that country and contact them, telling about the issue and request this document, and then they'll probably ask you to go in there and sign it. You'll also need your passport and photocopies of all your passport. Well, just your photocopies of your passport, because you're not going to send your actual passport to the agent. So photocopy all your passports of your time in China and also your POA's ID. And you would send that and probably pay, like, what I've been hearing is like 3,500 RMB, maybe more, depending on how many people. But I also have heard a lot of foreigners who have already left Shanghai in WeChat groups that they just scan and just send everything in email to a friend in Shanghai, and all they needed was that POA letter stating that their friend will do everything on the behalf of them. And I also heard that some people didn't even need to have their POA signed by the China embassy or the consulate. They just gave the POA letter, send it to email to their friend in Shanghai, and they were able to get their criminal record that way. I will show you guys what a POA, an example of what a POA letter looks like here in this image. And yeah, that's basically how you get your criminal record here in Shanghai. If you like this video and you thought it was very informational, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, where I basically give some of my advice and experience of my time living in any country abroad. So the next country I'm going to is the UK, so I will have to do a lot of things there, and I will bring my camera along and share some of information with you guys. So see you guys next time. Bye.